What if the thing that prevents you to get better at communication is the fact that you're hiding that you're currently not very good at communication? There is an event that scares about every professional out there. It's the chance of being in a meeting, of speaking up in front of everyone and having your brain freezing out, completely forgetting what you were saying and the point that you were making. If this is something that scares you out, there's a very easy solution for that, though it requires being comfortable with who you are currently, with your skills as they are today. What if when your mind freezes, you just be honest about it, about what happens? What wrong is there for someone in a meeting suddenly saying, well, my mind just froze, and honestly, I don't have much experience talking in front of everyone in a meeting like this. Might be something that you guys already noticed in the past. I face an intense pressure in those situations, but I'm actively trying to improve. What wrong is there? Now, you might say that you are in an environment where if you do that, people will mock you. People will laugh at you, and you will instantly lose your professional credibility. And here's the thing, you might be right. There are environments that like this. There are environments that are toxic. Now the thing is, if you're in an environment that is toxic, what do you want to pretend or to somehow magically develop those skills? I don't know how, so that in turn you can be toxic with other people too. Maybe you should just run away. But chances are you're not in an environment like this. Chances are it's just in your mind. You try to protect something, but it's not something that is there. You try to protect something that's completely imaginary. And if you're trapped by this, you cannot evolve, you cannot improve. A good environment, an environment that fosters growth, is an environment where you can just be honest about who you are, about your difficulties, about what you find difficult and what you struggle with. Because a supporting environment, when they see someone struggling with something, they try to help this person. It might even be something that you already did in the past. If you saw someone struggling with something and you know how to help, did you mock the person or did you try to help this person? So why do you think other people are not the same as you? If they're not, it's not a supportive environment. And what point is there in trying to grow into a non-supportive environment? Might not even be possible. Because if you have to fake it just to have a status and place in the group, it's not the right group. And no one can help you if you don't share what you find difficult. Most people had a time in their life where their mind froze, where they felt stupid, when they didn't know what to say, what to do. But if you never share it, if you have this mask of the successful professional who never have any problem, that's not you. And how do you expect creating relationships that are real, that are supportive in an environment like this, with such behaviors? You can't. So why not be honest about your skills? Because here's the thing, communication skills are not correlated to your technical skills. They're not. It's just two different things. Think of it as you learn two languages. You learn Spanish and you learn Chinese. Now let's say in Spanish you're extremely good, but in Chinese you just suck. So what do you do if you are surrounded by people who are talking in Chinese? What do you do? Do you speak in Spanish? Well, tricky, right? Do you speak your broken Chinese? Because that's, yeah. Do you try to fake your Chinese to pretend that it's good? Well, no one will. People who speak Chinese, if you try to fake speaking Chinese, they will know, right? I mean, you cannot do as if you have great communication skills in a table where people are extroverts, they used to talk all their life. Of course, everyone will notice that you're try to fake it. But if you're like, hey guys, I know my Chinese is not very good. I've been trying to develop it. I've been trying to get better at it. But for now, it's not very good. So if I make any mistake, please can correct me, tell me what's wrong, and that's fine. You can share what you have inside you, even if you don't have great communication skills. Because at the end of the day, you know how to talk. You learned how to talk since you were 2 years old, and you were talking and talking your entire life. So you can make a point. Can you make a point in a very nice way? Probably not yet. But you will if you dare to put yourself out there and practice. And this starts by being open about who you are and your current level of skills. Because what happens if you are in a meeting and then there is this quiet person who suddenly speaks up. And this quiet person says that I want to improve my communication skills. So if you notice anything wrong in what I say, feel free to tell me maybe after the meeting, because I have no idea of how what I say is being perceived by you guys. But I know that if I get better at communication, it's the company who will benefit from it. Wow, that's impressive. That's someone who's completely comfortable by who they are. It's so rare. Why is it so rare? I don't know. Because we live in a certain society where people think that they have to fake it to make it. Where in fact it's not that true. If you talk with people who made it, well, some of them, yes, they play the game of faking it. But there are many people out there who were just authentic and then it worked. Did they win every time? No. But why do you want to win the game when your skills are at their lowest? Imagine you're playing an RPG and then you are level 10 and you know there are people who are level 100. Do you try to beat the game from first day? Or do you try to learn? Do you try to get some skills, some experience so that one day you will reach their level? Because if you are the level 10 who's completely arrogant, thinking that you already made it, what do you think those level 100 people will think of you? Say, well, that person is very arrogant. They think they know everything, but they're just starting out. And I don't want to help them because they think they know everything. Whereas if they ask for help, if they ask for advices, they would gladly help because they know what it's like to be level 10. So why do you pretend you are already at a level where you can do things that you can't do? Because again, communication skills are not correlated to your level of technical skills. So if you fake great communication skills, people will know. Of course, you can't fake the technical skills. So if you already have those, that will be your advantage. Because even with low communication skills, you will already be able to bring value on the table. And as your communication skills will get higher, this value will get bigger and bigger. That's your unfair advantage. So use your technical skills. But don't fake your level of communication skills. Be upfront. Because that's how you will learn. That's how people will tell you what worked, what didn't work, and what you can try the next time. And if you want to know techniques, strategies to get these skills, communication, to be able to put yourself in hard situations and be able to access your mind and speak, I wrote a book about it. It's called The Extrovert Switch, and it's my path and the path I teach for people who have social anxiety and who become able to speak in any situations. So you might or might not have social anxiety, but if those techniques work for the ones who struggles the most, probably work for you, right? If you like this video, you can subscribe to this channel and see more. You can also leave me a message, always very nice to know what people like, what people would like to see. Feel free to leave me a message. I read all of them and it always warms my heart when I see a message, so feel free to do it. And I see you next time for the next video. Have a nice day. Bye bye.